for the next 2 hours.
Why?
Of course,
Because why?
because that's what I'm going to do. See?
Okay. Hey, Mexican Spec, Joe K, Oscar Gonzalez,
Does anybody have questions about me
Chongo
pulling my beard?
68, Happy Sunday. Richard says late again. Are we late? Are we
Yes.
late?
I was
7 minutes late.
I was busy pulling my beard, like this.
Oscar Gonzalez, Nick Bruni.
Good evening, all.
Yeah. Look at you, Tony. Nathan McCrae is here, Tony.
I'm all talked out from last night.
Well, you can't do that. Say hello to Nathan. He says,
Hello,
"Hey,
Nathan."
Tony and Kathy. What's up, Nathan?
What's happening? Hello, everybody.
Everybody.
Is Zero here yet?
Not
I have
yet.
something for Zero.
You do.
Yes.
Hi, Mexican Spec.
Mexican Spec, what's happening, bro? What was I going to say?
I don't know. You have something for Zero. I have Zero's T-shirts too that I have to actually put in the mail.
He's going to think we don't love him anymore.
Oh, I do love him. We both love him. It's just that I think I do too many things.
That fence is really hurled.
Well, you should probably change it.
Didn't we just do that?
We did that one a couple years ago, but what happens is that gets all the sun in that fence.
It does, right?
Yeah, that's why it always falls apart.
It looks totally post-apocalyptic.
It is. But our other fence is very nice. Monster Tang, yes, Rocco.
It's
Fubar
just
is
the right
here.
size tank. Fubar! What's happening, brother?
Momoki is here.
Who?
Momoki.
Mo.
Mo.
Yeah, I'm all talked out. We did a 3-hour live
You can't be.
with Jamie last night. And
EFI.
just Mopar Joe jumped in for a little while, too. That was nice having him.
Raymond. What?
I said, that was nice having him.
Oh, you know what? I didn't watch it.
Because you don't like Jamie? You hate Jamie. Why do you
No.
hate Jamie?
I don't
He's
hate
such a
Jamie.
nice guy, and you just don't
No.
like why?
I actually didn't watch it. I was doing something else. Sorry.
If you won't watch it, how do you expect other people to watch it?
Well, I listen to you all the time.
It's true. She's always telling me, shut up!
I don't tell you to shut up.
Your voice drives me crazy!
I don't say that at all. No, I don't hate Jamie. No, I just didn't watch the live last night.
I don't know why she hates him. I mean,
was
he's such
doing
a...
stuff last night. Yesterday was a busy day for me. I was a little tired. Wayne says, still dying from that poem last night. We need to have a contest. What poem did you read?
Jamie read a poem from Cars Illustrated magazine.
Oh.
Young Enthusiast.
Nice. Yeah, that was a good one. We laughed 40 years ago at that one.
Yeah. Yeah, it was funny 40 years ago.
40 years ago.
It's still funny today.
Well, not 40, like 37 years ago.
Close enough.
Yeah, cracked me up back then.
I street race on the boulevard. I
Yeah.
street race in the rain. When the police come to arrest me, I bribe them with cocaine.
Right. I remember it. Yep. Very good. Very good. Very proud of you.
That's not me. That was the Young Enthusiast.
Hey, Uncle. Hi from Russia. I can't pronounce your name. It's written in Russian.
What's happening, comrade? Do you guys still? I don't know.
They don't
Do you
use
still?
that term.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm honored to have somebody.
That's very 1980.
I don't know.
That's Ronald Reagan and Gorbachev.
I'm honored to
Fighting
have
with
somebody
each
from
other.
Mother Russia on our live. I have
Sorry
great
about
admiration
that.
for you guys.
Let's see. Another throwback, Tony.
I thought that's what Russians
No,
called
no,
each
no,
other.
they
I
don't
don't
do
know.
that
Well,
anymore.
ask him.
Do they still do that? I don't think they do. No, that was a very USSR thing. Right? Right? Cold War. Exactly. Yeah.
But we call, okay, so in this country, like what we call ourselves bro or brother as a term of endearment.
Remember when you called me bro by accident?
Yeah, I've done that a couple of
I wanted
times.
to kill you.
So for all I know, that's the Russian version of us saying bro.
No, probably not. I don't think so. He might be insulted now.
Garage 54, I love that channel.
He's not. What's this channel / conversation about?
You.
Cars.
We're talking about you, bro. We're
Cars.
talking about you. Whatever you want to talk about, let's get into your personal life. You name it. Let her rip. I'm here for you.
Oh my goodness. We've already gotten off to a bad start.
We're off to a really bad start.
We might as well just shut it down.
No,
And
let her rip.
maybe try again. Like in an hour or so. We're not talking about politics.
Let's talk about politics.
No, it's not. Somebody said no politics.
I won't discuss the selection,
Oh my
the
goodness.
residential selection process. I won't go into that. But anything else is fair game.
Oh my goodness. Rocco says if I send Tony astronaut ice cream, will he eat it on air with his tongue?
No, probably not. I
No.
skeeve most things.
Yeah.
I'm very I'm weird like that. I'm very
Oh,
peculiar.
here's someone you can insult from overseas.
Oh,
David David Keitel says, Tony, hi from France.
what's happening, man?
What's up?
I, crazy stuff over here in France.
Yeah, we're sorry.
Yeah, we're really sorry.
Yeah.
No, but how did they insult? Is our Russian friend still there?
No, he went away.
He didn't go away.
Yes, he did.
What was his name?
I couldn't pronounce it. It was written in Russian.
Oh, jeez. Well, if you are you still here, Russian friend?
Franco says frogs are burning. I don't know. JK, are you getting those lantern flies in Tennessee?
Lanternfly. What's a lanternfly?
I don't know.
You mean a lightning bug?
We have lightning bugs.
We have those. Not many this year.
No, we did have a lot at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
but not
now
many this year.
the weather's changing a
I
little
think the
bit. it got
mosquitoes
cold.
ate them all.
When in Rome, act like a frog. Tony's stuck in the 80s. It's a good place to be. He is a little bit.
I'm actually stuck in the 70s. It's eternally 1977.
Funny Phil says, yo, I'm black. Is that okay?
What is it?
He says, yo, I'm black. Is that okay?
Yes.
It's okay.
Yes.
Of course it's okay.
Some of the
Oh
most
my
influential
goodness.
people in my life were black.
Hilarious.
But it's true.
Okay, so we haven't had, so far we've had Russians. We've
Yes.
apologized to the French.
Yes.
What else? Mexican Spec says our Russian friend's name is Dima. Google Translate. Oh, okay. So Dima Lajotovic.
Okay.
Did I say that right? Lajotovic.
Lada's rule.
I'm sorry if I'm killing your name. Thank you, Mexican Spec. Thank you, Dima. Okay.
I just watched that thing this morning, John Levy, where he was talking about the Red Square and all of that and the history of it. And,
Yeah.
yeah, very interesting stuff.
I did a report on Russia in the 7th grade. Yeah, it was nice. It was a book report.
Very
Lots
nice.
of pictures from National Geographic. Yeah, it was very nice.
Did you do the dance?
No, I didn't do any dances, but I did have to get in front of the class and read about it out loud.
You want to do the
I
Russian
did a
dance now?
beautiful job, though. I no longer have it because I would go get it and show everybody. Welcome, Dima. Yes. Shannon says, help Tony. When did being a mechanic become playing computer games to get an engine to run right? Why?
I stopped. I got out of the business. There were a bunch of reasons I got out of the business. The 4.0 timing chain job was like the straw that broke the camel's back. So, and that was around 2007, 2008. But in the couple of years leading up to that, I found that I spent more time driving cars to get engine lights, to reset codes and readiness indicators, monitors rather. I spent more time driving cars than I actually spent working on a car. So somebody bring in a car, oh, check engine lights on. And I would literally have to spend more time driving it than making the actual repair. And it was very frustrating, very frustrating. So I'm going to say right around, it started becoming impossible, not impossible, it started becoming ridiculous, that's the word. Right around after the turn of the century, around 2004, 2005, 2006. And now it's just ridiculous. Anybody who's in that industry, I salute you because you have far more intestinal fortitude than I do. There's no question about it.
Well, do you have advice for mechanics that are...
Yeah, get out of that business.
Get out of business.
Start a YouTube channel.
No, don't do that.
So,
Don't do that.
Get out of that
No.
business. Get out of that business.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. ridiculous. Yeah.
Yes.
No, we're just more desperate. Haha. Uh,
Do you remember when I throw my test shit out?
oh my gosh.
I seriously, I just reached a breaking point, and I gathered up everything that I had, all of the test equipment, everything that I had accumulated over the course of, the previous 30 years, whatever. Literally, just threw it all out. I
Why
was
would
like,
you do that?
because I was
That's
done.
stupid.
It was my way of saying I'm done, and I'm never going back. And then we got into the parts business. Things got really good once we got into the parts business.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have done that if I hadn't have stopped fixing cars.
Michael says we were lucky mechanics.
We were very lucky. Well, when I say we, guys like me who were in it in the 70s and grew up, like turning wrenches in the 70s and like into the 80s, man, were we lucky. That was an awesome time. It was compared to today, there's no comparison. That was an awesome time. I would love to go. If I can go back to the 70s and be a mechanic, just a regular friggin' mechanic, just turning wrenches and going to the funny car races on Wednesday nights, boy, I would do that in a heartbeat. I would do that in a heartbeat.
Mopar should have been let to go under in 2008.
Mopar should have been left to go under when Lee Coca. I would have been fine with that. I would have been fine with that.
No, you wouldn't have been.
Yeah, I
You
would
wanted
have.
you wanted it to survive that.
It was a shadow of its former self at that
Of
point.
course, but you still wanted it to survive.
Yeah, but it would have been okay. It would have been okay.
Let's see, Rodney Hargis. Excuse me if I didn't say your name correctly. Says, hello, Uncle Tony from Wartburg. We need to get together and run our Slant 6 cars. Keep up the great work.
I don't have any running right now.
You don't?
I got the Plan Z motors under the bench,
Uh-huh.
but I don't have anything to stick in it at the moment.
Mm.
So soon.
I do heart Spinal Tap. That's my favorite movie.
She loves Spinal Tap. I think it's okay.
No,
I
you
think
have
it's
to
okay.
watch it over and over again.
I have watched it over and over again.
No, you don't get it.
I get it. I
No, you
get it.
don't. You don't appreciate that every single thing is a joke. Like everything.
Yeah, no, I know. I've seen
no,
the
you
Holy
don't.
Grail. The Holy
no,
Grail
no. It's very
crushes
subtle.
Spinal Tap.
It's very subtle. No, you don't know. You don't get it.
The Holy Grail crushes Spinal Tap.
No.
And-
I like
and-
the Holy Grail too.
Neither of those movies even come close to Die You Zombie
I
Bastards,
hate that movie.
which is the greatest movie. The great Die You Zombie
Benjamin
Bastards.
C. wants to know, Tony, what year do you think Chrysler really died?
It's hard to pick a year.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that the last, in my mind, like the last real Mopars were like the R bodies, the St. Regises and stuff like that. I would say so like when I paint a broad picture of like what I consider to be Mopar, 1960 to 1980. Like there were definitely milestone things before 1950. Yes, there was definitely cool stuff after 1980.
She's in the
But
garden. You can see her.
but the Mopar. We talked about this last night with Jamie. Jamie from Dead Dodge Garage was here for like 3 hours last night. We were just rapping about this stuff. And the design language that I identify as Mopar, the engineering language that I identify as Mopar, which is what I'm interested in. See, to me, it's the engineering language, the design language, the engineering language. I really don't care about the styling. I really don't care about the names. I don't care about the fancy colors. There's a way that those cars, how can I explain it to you? It was the engineering of those cars of that era that I'm attracted to. So I would say 1960 to 1980. It's like a 20-year window. Where if it's before 60, I'm like, and if it's after 80, I'm like, So.
Speed Demon says, are the youngsters trying to take shots at the Mopar King again? Is that what's happening, Tony?
What happened now?
Are the youngsters trying to take shots at the Mopar King again? Is that what's
Yeah,
going on?
yeah. They're
Yeah.
waiting. They're waiting. They're young,
They're
right?
biding their time.
Yeah. Jamie, Mopar Joe, they're sitting
Yeah,
there.
they're
They're just saying that the old man will only be around for a little while longer.
Oh my goodness, Tony.
They're waiting and they know. That's okay. That's okay.
Oh my goodness.
I hear what they're thinking when we,
You hear what they're thinking?
Yeah. Light up another smoke, old man.
Oh.
I know. It's okay.
That's terrible, Tony. That's terrible. Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, because they want it. They want that spot.
They want that spot.
They want that spot.
They have to write better poems. They gotta come up with some poems on their own. And don't copy. And steal stuff from Wikipedia. Let's see. Get out of my head, bro. Laugh out loud. Long live Uncle Tony, the Mopar King, his speeding demon says. You're dripping.
I know.
See?
It's what I do best.
Like
It's one of my
old
talents.
person.
It's one of the best things I do. I drip.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Alright. Tony, what about the first gen Hemis? The 50s original kind of. Oh yeah, you like those, Jimmy likes those. I'm not going to say what he said.
What do you say?
No, it's like, don't worry about it.
So the first. So here's the thing about the first gen Hemis now, right? They were designed in the 50s. They were actually designed in the 40s. They were designed. They were produced in the 50s, but they weren't really used until the 60s. If you stop and you think about it, right? They came into their own around 1960. Of course, they were using drag racing before then. They were using nitro before then, but it was a mixed bag. They didn't really dominate, and Top Fuel Racing hadn't evolved to the point that it was about with a Hemi. So, but that happened around 1960 or so. So even though they come from the 50s, I really consider them a creature of the 60s.
AJ, Kylie says, waiting for Tony to fall down the airplane steps. Okay.
Let me tell you, I've got a few good months left to me. I know this.
Oh, Tony.
I'm going to make the best of them.
Okay. Funny. Were they ganging up on you last night?
No, they were pretending to be nice.
Oh, they were?
Yeah.
See, I should have watched it, maybe. Do we have to beat them up?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
They'll feel guilty when I'm done. It's okay.
Were they really, like, picking on you?
No, they weren't picking on me. They're the
Oh.
nicest guys in the world.
To your face.
No, it's true. It's true. Like just Mopar Joe was like the guy's like just too nice.
Okay.
Yes, no. They're both great. They're both great kids.
Okay. Kids, they're in their 30s, aren't they?
They're kids to me.
Well, they're not kids.
I've just socked somewhere and they're older than either of them.
No, they're not. They're only like 6 months old. They're fairly new. Scholar speaking, Sandy Ray says. You're a scholar? Are you a scholar?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
What the?
That's a yellow tuckered screaming Mimi.
No, it's a blue jay.
Oh.
It jerks. Have you seen the mini Jeep?
Yeah.
They sell at Tractor Supply. Thinking about buying one for my 5-year-old son.
There was a guy, I watched him. He did like a 2-part series where he rode one of the mini Jeeps to Moab.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I thought that was great. That was great. If you ever get a chance to, you want to sit down and watch some cool video. I don't remember his name. I don't remember the name of the channel, but I just remember he took one of those mini Jeeps to Moab. Fun videos.
No, it's a blue jay, just screaming.
It's our neighbor. They're getting ice picked.
All right, do you want to stop and like wait a little while and come back?
No.
No? You sure?
Keep going. Keep going.
Oh, Swamp Rat says, I have actual Uncle Tony's baby socks for sale, taking bids now. So your brother said he was going to go in the attic and get all your baby clothes
Oh, jeez.
and put them on eBay.
That's like that stuff from antiquity. Oh my God.
He needs to make some money. He lives in Jersey.
Ah, jeez. I told you. Normal James, I told you, I've been telling you, get the hell out of there. See, nobody ever listens to me. Nobody listens to me until it's too late.
Ah, normal James, don't
And then
let
they're
it
like,
be
why
too
didn't you
late.
warn me?
Why didn't you say something? Oh.
I told you that place was going to implode.
Oh my goodness. Mexican Spec says, at Swamp Rat, too soon. The value will go up after.
After.
It's horrible. You
I-
people are horrible.
I got a few good months left. Don't underestimate me.
Come on, Timmy. All right. Blue Jays are part of the Crow family. Yeah, a little jerky. I haven't seen any around, so I don't know where that one came from.
I don't know where all the birds went. We had, like, earlier this summer, we were doing these lives, and, like, there was birds, there was thousands
Yeah.
of birds. And they're all gone now, just that one screaming thing.
Yeah, it's quiet right now. Let's see. William says modern Mopar has imploded.
Everything is imploding. The whole entire modern world is imploding.
Do you hear that, James? James says, as soon as you get electric, I will consider. Do you think that we live in the boonies? It's so busy here. It's ridiculous. It's worse than Staten Island. We have electric. You might not for too long.
Yeah, you might not.
Are you going to come visit? He said he's going to come and visit and do a live with you.
We're here.
Yeah.
You
He
even
says
put-
he wants an invitation on stationery. Like he
In
wants,
blood?
Yeah, he wants stationery. All right. Raymond says, I would want to match race Uncle Tony.
I'm so
Not
uncompetitive
matchmaking.
anymore.
Oh, yeah, right.
I am.
Yeah, you let everybody win.
Do you remember how I used to be when I was younger?
Yeah.
Am I anywhere even remotely close to that today?
No, you're not that crazy,
No.
but you wouldn't let anybody win.
No, probably not.
Suedo Logica says, haven't seen you in a while. You still digging those X-Jays?
Yes, absolutely. I pulled the gas tank out of the red one this morning, 'cause I just got a new one. I want to pop that in tomorrow. So we'll get that squared away. And I'm still up in the air. I'm either going to take this coming Friday night. I'm either going to take the XJ or Slaghammer. It just depends on how much I get done on Slaghammer this week. We got a couple of things came up. Surprisingly, a couple of unexpected things came up for this week that may not leave me the time that I need, but we'll see what happens. Yes, definitely still digging the XJs.
Friday, I'm going to be in Gallatin dock diving.
Yeah,
Just like
you're going to dive off the docks.
No, the dog is. That's what's going on Friday.
What's about Friday night?
It says 4 to 7.
That's his.
I don't have to go. I could just go to the other dock diving on
You
the
can
next
go-
day. The one in Lebanon you said you wanted to go to, right?
Yeah, so it's no problem. So then, in that case, I'll take the XJ instead of Slaghammer.
All right, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Too many dog things going on.
We're becoming dog people. We're transitioning from car people to
No,
dog
we're
people.
car people and dog people. We're not going to transition from car people to dog people. We're dog people and car people. That's just how it is.
Well, we do as many dog activities as we do car activities.
We do more dog activities
Yes.
than car activities.
So what am I saying then?
I'm always at the dog place.
Right.
Training or...
Why are you being so good? Winnie, why are you being so
I
good?
don't know, she's being very good. Let's see. Do you make your own pesto spread?
Me? Of course.
No,
I would
don't.
never let. I don't want store-bought pesto spread. That commies make that stuff, and they put worms
We
in it.
bought one from the store and it was actually really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
No.
then, yeah, that's why I stopped
I made
making my
it
own
once
pesto.
and our Basil was super bitter. Like we grew it in the garden. I guess it went over the time that it was supposed to go, and it wasn't good. I threw it away.
Well, so much for her being good.
Yep. Shannon says, whatever happened with the '67 Charger?
Turn around, look at me. Is that the most beautiful? Look at her.
Yes, she's a good girl.
Show
I have to show everybody.
everybody
Oh my
my
goodness.
Maggie.
All right. Nobody's barking.
Oh, Maggie. You missed it, guys. You missed it. She was being
Say hi, Maggie.
being perfect.
All right. She was being perfect. Winnie's perfect. Okay. There we go. Winnie, shut up. Okay.
Come here, Maggie.
UTG, get a Dutch Shepherd or Malinois.
No, I'm good.
No.
No, Beagles and Border Collies.
No,
I'm good.
I'm too old to deal with that right now. I really am. That's way too much training for me at the moment. Let's see. Your dogs are making my dogs bark. I'm sorry, Steve. I'm sorry. Douglas Self was timed out. Oh no, what did he say? Is it bad? He doesn't like dogs, probably, right?
Oh, go away. If you don't like dogs, go away.
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Unsubscribe. Go away. What, sweetheart? Yes, I know. I love you. You're so beautiful.
All right. Sean O'Brien says, I bought a swap to 340 car. It has an automatic 904 trans and came with another 904 as a spare. I would like to go manual. Should I sell one or both, and where?
Now, if it was a 340 car, then so if it's an original 340 car, it has a 727
He
in
said
it.
swap to 340.
Oh, he swapped the 340 in
I
it.
bought a swap to 340 car.
Okay. I would
So I
probably.
guess they swapped it previous to his purchase.
Yeah, I would probably leave the 904 in there.
But he wants a stick. I'm not a stick.
Okay. Well, then what was the question?
Should he sell the 904s or should he just sell one? He wants to do manual. Should he sell one or both, and where?
Well, I mean, put them on marketplace. They're really not worth very much. They're very common.
Mm-hmm.
They're hard to ship. So it's not like you're gonna put them on eBay and somebody in Switzerland is gonna say, I want your 904s. Yeah, just put them on marketplace. They're worth like $150, 200 like that each. So I don't know what else to say.
Raymond says a beagle, so cute.
Oh,
Kevin Harmon says it's a border collie, smartest dog on the planet, far from a mutt. Did somebody call her a mutt? Aw. Yeah, she's a border collie. She's very smart.
She's very smart. She's very affectionate. She's just a total joy.
Yep.
Except when she does that.
Nothing wrong with mutts. No, we have mutts too.
Yes.
They're not as smart as Winnie, I'm sorry to say.
Well, neither of us is as smart as Winnie
No,
either.
neither of us is as smart as the dog either. The dog is freaking smart. Oh, somebody's being nasty in the comments? Oh, yeah? Okay. Mexican Spectoffen. Thank you. Somebody's nasty. How could that possibly be?
Winnie.
I see Winnie's calming down, yeah.
Shush.
Yeah.
Winnie.
Zero's here.
What's happening, Zero?
I have your shirt, Zero. I have to put them in the mail.
Yeah, and I got some plug wires for you, too.
Let's see. Dogs are a big blessing. A little coyote came up to me half an hour ago and hung out for a minute. Very cool, Wayne. That's cool. They are a blessing. I don't know how people live without dogs. I really don't. The barking can be annoying, yes. But other than that, they're great. Winnie.
Winnie.
She chases the birds. Like, that's really why she's barking. UTG has no ego? Had to be
Not really.
Casper and Dead Dodge with no mercy killing? You were very competitive.
I was. I'm not really very
You are
competitive.
competitive too. You're still competitive.
Not the way I was. Not the way I was. But that's just a normal part
No,
of aging.
no, right. You've calmed down a lot,
Yes.
but you're still very competitive.
Really?
Jamie's here.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
he's back.
Did someone say dead Dodge? Haha. Yeah. What's up, Jamie? I heard you read a poem last night. I didn't see it. I wasn't watching. I'm sorry. I had other things I had to do. Was the poem good? Did you enjoy it? Travis Moore says car companies price themselves out of business by making vehicles that the middle class can't even afford.
No, well, they're all doing that. They've all priced themselves. Look, there's just so much. There's so much to this.
Jamie says I did read a poem.
There's so much to all of this. All of these companies are doing this. It's a coordinated shutdown of everything. So,
I spell it poem, P-O-M-E. Who said that scoop?
Winnie.
Mostly Mopar says, where'd he go? Where'd he go? What happened? It just jumped. Sorry, Mostly Mopar. Hang on, I'm gonna try and find it. Oh, wow, it just jumped like crazy. Where'd it go? Mostly Mopar, where are you? I was about to read your comment. And then it disappeared. Alright, I'm sorry, you can write it again. Oh, thank you. Are you clapping for me?
No, mosquito.
Oh.
What? No, what, Bill? Yes, I got the mosquito.
There once was a man from Murfreesboro.
Careful. You want to come here? What? What's that look? You're smiley. Why are you all happy? Yes, I know. I love you too.
Mexican Spec says, I heard the Dodge dealers have like 600-day supply of the Hornet.
Yeah, they got like
They
2
will
years
not
supply
sell
of the
them.
Hornets.
Why won't they sell them?
Because
They
nobody
don't
wants
want
them.
to? Oh.
Nobody wants them.
Oh. Well.
And nobody wants the EVs. And nobody wants any of this stuff. And the people who do want it can't afford it. It's over. Everything is over, guys. It's over.
Oh, Mostly Mopar says, pulling a 383 down while listening to you. My Jack Russell is very interested in your dog's barking. I'm sorry. We're very interested in her barking as well.
Yes.
All right. What's your take on the PT Cruiser?
That was... They're weird and ugly and...
I don't like them.
Yeah. They took a crack at novelty, you know what I mean? So it's like, you can't hate them for that, but yeah, it's just not my cup of tea.
So Shane says they're definitely working on killing off Jeep. Do you think so?
I don't know if they're working on killing off Jeep, but if every aspect of consumer-oriented industry right now is in self-destruct mode. Everything. So
Even YouTube?
there's a bigger picture. No, YouTube isn't.
YouTube is going to be the only thing that's going to be left. Is that
I
what
believe
you're
YouTube
saying?
will be the only thing left. YouTube, I honestly believe that.
Why?
I honestly
So
believe
people
that.
will learn how to like wash their clothes and hang them up to dry. Is like that what
Well,
you're talking about?
It's free entertainment, right?
Oh, stop messaging me. Yes.
Yeah, shut that thing off.
I can't. I can't.
So YouTube is free entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
It's advertising driven, okay? So the very last thing a business invests in, like when they're out of everything else, when they're completely out of ammo, when they can't afford anything, they'll still advertise. So I think that YouTube will probably be the last thing standing. I'm pretty sure Motor Trend has had it now.
Why?
I think they're done. Because the biggest names have like jumped ship and they're working on their own stuff now.
Put the light on. Okay?
Yeah.
Hang on. We need lights.
All your streaming and subscription deals are ending.
Are they? I don't know. Maybe. Yes. Go over to Dead Dodge Garage and subscribe.
Absolutely. It's where I get all of my Mopar information from now.
It is, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where you learn?
100%.
And learn about poems? Let's Would you? Okay, would love to see a combo of Tim Kuniskis, Jay Leno, Elon Musk. Take it. Hmm. I don't know.
Oh, Chrysler,
I don't know.
Tim Kuniskis, Elon Musk, and Jay Leno. But I would actually, I bet you they would come up with
Not
a pretty
Tim
good company.
Kuniskis.
Come to think of it, that's a pretty, yeah. I like that
Uh,
idea.
Motor Trend has gone to, you know what?
Oh, they're done. They're done. They're done.
Mm,
Time Warner. Well, what it is Time Warner
mm.
is what is it, like 9 billion in the hole right now. Imagine that. Imagine that.
Many.
Time Warner is 9 billion in the hole. Time Warner
Yeah,
owns
man.
Discovery. Discovery
Everybody
owns
is.
Motor Trend. So they're cutting slack. They're cutting anything that's not producing big money for them. So Motor Trend's days are definitely numbered, if not already done.
Oh, Winnie, stop barking. Motor Turd, yeah.
Motor Trend, yeah. And they've taken to pumping their numbers for sure. Because they've got like, you look at it, they got like 7.9 million subscribers or something like that.
Both lights on.
What's that?
Put both lights on.
Put both lights on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, everybody. He only decided to put one light on.
I didn't realize. I thought I put both on.
No. Better.
Okay. They have like 7 something million subscribers, but they'll get 20, 30, 40,000, 50,000 views on a video on average, right? So there are small channels. We're a small channel. We get more views on average than Motor Trend does. Things like Roadkill will get more views, but still not nearly enough. They'll put out a Roadkill episode and it'll get 300,000, 400,000 views, but like the average larger automotive channel gets that many views. But my favorite is they do this podcast called The Inevitable. Right? It's about electric cars and all of that. I mean the guys who run this thing, they're total smooth brains. Okay, there's just no wrinkles, and they pump the views on that because they'll show that it's got like 20,000 views, but when you check, there's only like 6 comments. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah, they scrubbed the comments.
well,
Well, lots of people scrub their comments.
you can't scrub them to that extent.
Let's see. 7-0. Time Warner tried to steal my registered trademark to use on motor scum of the earth trend. Oh yeah? Did they try and steal your trademark? I believe it.
Damn it.
I believe it. They're bullies. They're a bunch
They
of
are bullies and commies.
Dances with, what did the latter say? Zero says? Dances with, what?
Commies.
Dances with commies? What? We're going to be taken off the air.
Fine, I had a good run.
You're old now anyway,
I'm
right?
old now anyway. It doesn't matter.
Oh my goodness. Mopar Man says howdy tangers.
What's happening?
The local supermarket flyer is bigger than Motor Trend, Van Little says.
But yeah, YouTube will be the last man standing.
You think
No,
so?
no question about it. Yeah.
So Google will. You think Google will be the last thing?
I think
exist?
that the government, the government,
The
I,
government.
I think the
Call them that.
I
That's
think the
better.
government is going to break up
Government.
Google and YouTube.
Uh-oh, somebody's thirsty.
Yes.
Great, so we will have UTG till the end. Yeah, okay. Sure. No cartoon roadrunners in my neck of the woods.
God bless. You okay?
Yeah, thanks. I tried to hold it in. I'm sick.
She is sick. She's been suffering all
very
day.
sick. Talking to each other. No, we don't need Elon Musk buying YouTube too. We don't want one person owning everything. That's like not good. It's a bad. That's a bad thing. There used to be laws against that.
Laws?
Yeah,
No, it's
yeah.
ridiculous.
They used to be. I know.
It's it's the 21st century. That's so
Okay,
old school thinking.
that's
Laws.
me. Let's see. Vixen on the garage says, "You guys ever talk about what Mexican Spec does? I bought a truck from him and still have both kidneys." What
They,
does he do? I don't know. What does he do? What's he do, Mexican Spec? He sent me a picture of him and the guy that bought his truck. And he has face covered.
his face covered.
Yeah. He's just a green blob on his face.
Nice.
Nice. I was on the couch all sick and stuff, and he sent me a message. You probably should get some more.
Maggie's
since you
thirsty.
Don't want me to go to it.
I'll go. You keep them busy for a second.
Okay. Let's see. Do you believe the resourceful mechanic will do good in the future? I'll ask Tony when he gets back. Captain Obvious. Probably. I think so. We'll see what Tony says. He'll know. He's coming. He's very slow. Do you believe the resourceful mechanic will do good in the future? All right, Tony, come on. Question.
All right, come on.
All right.
Let's do this thing. Let's
So-
spice this up a little bit.
Captain Obvious wants to know,
Yeah,
do you believe the resourceful mechanic will do good in the future?
I believe a resourceful mechanic will own his community in the future.
Oh, see, there you go.
Yes,
Tony thinks so.
absolutely. If you can work around, like if you could take like a car, and a modern car, and work around the nonsense that's built into it, yes, you will own your community. Period. The end.
Oh, Fixing on a Garage says, Kathy, I usually post as Jason Fitch. I bought a Ford B150 from him. Oh, okay. From Mexican Spec. Cool. Did you see the picture he sent me? Did I show you?
No, you don't show me anything.
I don't.
That's
I
like, you
don't,
don't have to show me now. Show me
I
later.
don't really show you anything.
Print it out and we'll hang it up on the
Like,
wall.
don't show me things. Let's see. Captain Desmo says Uncle Tony is the uncle that is always invited to dinner.
Well, thank you. What are we having?
It's very nice. Nobody ever invites us to dinner.
No,
Why is that?
because we're recluses.
That's not it. I don't think that's it. Nobody ever invites us. Why is that?
Because we're recluses, we don't talk to anybody.
No, I talk to people. Right?
Well, if you're starting to
talk
talk
to
to dog
people.
people, I don't talk to anybody. I go to places to talk to people and then I just hide. It's weird.
You talk to dog people.
Yeah, I do talk to dog people.
Fixin' on a Garage says, if only I could wind up printed and hung up on the UTG fridge. Oh, do you want us to print the photo of you?
Print it out.
Let me show.
Print it
let me
out, put
show
it up on the
everybody this
fridge.
picture. Hang on. Hang on, Jason. I'm getting it. It's in my messages. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Okay, let's see if you can see it. Hang on. Oh, 1 second. There you go.
me
That's
see.
it. 1 second, I'm showing everybody. Here you go.
Nice.
Isn't that nice?
Very cool.
I was joking, but now I'm not. Okay, we'll hang it up. We'll print it and hang it up. If you know, you know, Mexican success. Any advice on a volleyball Hyperspark EFI on a 318? Is that a thing?
A volleyball?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Dude, listen. There's a zillion aftermarket ignitions, okay? For regular use, like for normal use, going to drive it down the road, maybe take it to the track every once in a while, that type of stuff. You're not going to do better than the stock ignitions, the stock parts, the
Does
ones
he
that
mean
Chrysler.
variable? Maybe he means
I,
variable.
I don't even know.
A
I don't even know.
volleyball?
All, all I know is you can expect to get like a year or two use out of whatever it is, and then it's going to shit the bed, and you're going to have to get something else. And that's just,
Okay, so Tony doesn't recommend EFI.
I don't recommend any of that stuff. I see failure
We
all
have
the
it
time.
in
I
our
see
Jeeps,
constant
though.
failure. What's that?
We have it in our Jeeps.
Because it's factory. There's a huge
Tony's
difference.
okay with factory EFI.
Yes, I love factory EFI. I have no problems, never did and never will have any problems with factory EFI. Factory TBI is trash. The TBI is just a poor electronic carburetor. But as far as port injection goes, no, you'll never hear me say anything negative or bad about factory engineered, produced EFI. It's the air and ignition systems. It's the aftermarket stuff that's shit. It's that simple. It's you have like a 50 or 60%
This is why you're not
success
on
rate.
Motor Trend.
Right, right. This is why this is why nobody will have me.
Your
Right?
EFI is shit.
This is why I have friends that are in the industry, but they deny that they know me.
Right. They won't
You know?
publicly acknowledge
Right, they
your
don't publicly
existence.
acknowledge me ever because they tell the truth. Okay, you've got when you talk about these aftermarket systems, right? They're shit. Okay, they you've got a 50 or 60% success rate with them over the course of, let's say, 2 years. I got a friend. I'll just go say it. I got a friend, Kevin Shaw, right? He's the editor of Mopar Connection magazine, and he does a Mopar Connection, right?
I think you told this story already.
Have I told the story? Well, maybe I didn't tell the story to him. So, I mean, I know Kevin for years, right? And Kevin likes to photobomb me. It's crazy. It's the craziest thing. But he has a charger that he's got every gizmo you can imagine on this thing, right? Whatever a manufacturer is putting out, the latest, whatever it happens to be, he's got it, right? And he can't keep his stuff running. So this is a guy who's got the access directly to the manufacturers, hotline directly to the manufacturers in this business. And he can't keep the stuff running consistently for any amount of time. It's one issue after another issue after another issue after another issue. You see these other people, these other YouTubers, very famous YouTubers, that the companies like Holly or whatever, they give them these things and they put them, look, I put a EFI on my garden tractor, whatever it is, right? But you never see the result after that. You never see the tinkering that goes on to try to get these things to work right. You never see any of the agita, the aggravation that goes with it. And then there's no long term with it. You know what I mean? It says, okay, well, you drove around the block. It's great. This is a great improvement. Yeah, no. At least half of them are dead within a year or two.
What's off to your right that you're looking at, Tony? What are you
Where?
looking at? I don't know.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Oh, the dogs.
The dogs
One of the
are
dogs
walking
was just
around.
over there.
Yeah. Wouldn't you start the engine with a tiny carb on a V8?
Huh?
Huh? I don't know.
I don't know what he's talking about.
That's Mexican spec.
Well, he's probably talking about somebody else.
Yeah. See, Joe Case says, once I see Holly EFI or Phytech under the hood or in the garage, cluster screen, I start self-destructing. What was that?
One of the neighbors getting ice picked.
I don't know. Did you hear that? Is it
Winnie.
possible to add an e-brake to drums that didn't already have one, like on the old 49 Plymouth with a flathead?
No, they had the emergency brake on the. You know what? I bet you could do it. Those cars had the emergency brake on the back of the transmission. You could do it. The rear end that's in those is an early version of the 8 3/4, and if I'm not mistaken, the backing plates are the same, have the same bolt pattern, the same 5-bolt pattern. So you probably could take a backing plate that had a later backing plate that would have parking brake on it and swap it onto that rear end. Probably. I'm not certain, but it's something for you to look into for sure.
E-brake on the drive shaft?
That's what an e-brake is on those
Yeah.
cars.
What old crossfire injection on the vet sucked?
Oh yeah, those were really bad. A couple of guys put mounted carburetors on them. Evidently, they were a fairly efficient carburetor intake manifold. But yeah, I remember those crossfire. Those they never ran. There was always problems with those. And at the time that they came out, that was like the coolest looking setup. I remember that. Um, but yeah, they never ran right. There was always issues with those things.
Dominic says aftermarket cams and lifters are garbage nowadays.
Yes, most of them are. Most of them are.
Jamie is here. He says on those early 8 3/4, one bolt is different or something on the backing plate pattern, but it can be made to work.
There you go. There's the answer.
He's taking over, Jamie.
I know he's taking over. He's waiting. He's like the old
Taking
man's
over.
only got another couple of months left, and then
Right.
I'm the Mopar king. I know.
Uh,
I know.
I'm
That's
the
all right.
Mopar
That's
king.
fine. That's fine.
Oh, he's going to his live, everybody. Okay.
At least he didn't assassinate me when he was down here.
No.
I've done with those in the back of my mind.
You did steal your stuff. Though.
Jamie's going to come down here and snuff me. Winnie, you're such a good girl.
He says, "I'll take my crown now."
Oh, it's going to his head.
Oh, a little bit. Just remember who wrote the poem you read. Just remember that.
Oh, my good girl. Can you see her?
The uncle is dead. Long lives the uncle. He's not dead.
Not dead yet. I have several good months ahead of me.
Oh my goodness, Tony. Love the helmet. What helmet do you have? Which helmet? Do you have a helmet?
I didn't know I was wearing one. First sign of dementia.
I think it's us, Tony. We're the demented ones.
Can you see her?
Yeah, I can
How
see her.
beautiful she is.
She's very beautiful. Yeah, 0. This guy died and couldn't stay dead. Didn't you die in a bar in Queens? Like
Shot and killed in a
30
bar in
years ago?
Queens.
Oh my goodness. Tony, would you accept a free fuel injection
No.
system from a manufacturer to test and give an honest review, no strings attached?
Nope. Absolutely not.
No honest reviews from Tony.
No, honestly, I don't do anything honest. Ever.
First of all, they'd never give it to you.
No, because they know I'd be
You
honest.
know what you would say.
They know I'd be honest. People
You
have
said it
attempted to
without
get me to do stuff like that
putting it
before,
on,
and no,
yeah.
absolutely not.
Oh, probably the old Captain America helmet. Yeah, yeah. Tula. That's a pretty new helmet. That's a new helmet.
New, it's about 3 years old.
Yeah,
4
but
years
I'm
old.
saying it's not like a vintage helmet.
Oh no.
Yeah. You're too honest to me.
I'm looking for a vintage helmet. I gotta get a vintage helmet. All of the ones I have are just too big.
Is your head shrinking?
No, the new helmets make your head look like a giant bubble.
Where'd you take me on our first date? Remember?
Who the hell remembers?
You don't remember?
Not really. Where was it?
Oh
I took
my
you to a
gosh.
funny cars. Took you to English Town.
No, first date. First date. That was our second date.
Chinese food. I took you for Chinese food.
Yeah, where'd you take me?
Oh, Jesus. Mott Street.
Yeah, what was the name of the place?
I don't remember. It was one of the downstairs places.
17 Mott Street.
17 Mott Street.
Ho-Wop.
Ho-Wop.
You can go there. I'm sure they're still open.
Yes.
It's like the best Chinese food.
Then
ever.
I took her to a funny car race.
On Sunday, yeah. We went out Saturday, and you took me on Sunday, right?
Something like that.
Maybe?
And that's what I told you. I says, my exact words are, I swear to God, right?
What were your words to me?
So you want to know how she's managed to stick around
How
for
I've managed to stick around.
how many years is it? It's some ridiculous amount of time, right? It's like crazy. So
Like 42 years.
something like that, right?
Yeah.
So I took her to English Town. I forget what race it was, right?
Second date.
So they were just about to roll the first pair of fuel cars out, right? To start them up, and I says, okay, you see
It
that?
was a big race, wasn't it?
Whatever it was, I don't remember exactly.
Was it the Summer Nationals?
No, it wasn't the Summer
No.
Nationals. No,
What was it? Crazy 80? No.
that would have been a Wednesday night.
It was in
It-
August.
yeah,
End of
the
August.
fall for the
Yeah.
funny car, whatever it was, doesn't
Full
make any
freak
difference.
out. I don't know.
The English leather or some. It
Yeah.
doesn't make any difference. So I took her there, and we were in the stands, and they rolled the first pair of cars out, right? And we getting ready to start them. And I says, okay, you see that? She says, yeah. I says, all right, I like you. You're pretty cool, right?
This is how you talk to me. I'm
You're-
16.
Yeah, she was 16. No, you were still 15.
No, I turned 16.
You just turned
the week
16?
before, yeah. I just turned 16.
I says, you're pretty cool. I like you, okay? But you see that? She says, yeah. I says, all right, as long as you remember that comes first, we'll get along great.
Oh my god.
So she says, okay.
No, why would I ever want to stop you working on cars? It's ridiculous.
Well, it wasn't so much working on cars. It's just that, this
No, I knew
whole
cars were your
world
thing.
comes
I
first.
understood that.
And she was like,
Why would
okay,
I
I get that. And
wanna
that's
stop
that's
you
how,
from doing
literally,
that?
that's how she has hung around all this
That's
time.
how I've hung around.
Yes.
Really? I've just hung around.
Well, but you know what I'm
Oh,
saying.
it's so romantic.
She allowed.
I allowed. It didn't bother me.
Right.
No, I was 16. I met Tony when I was 15. And then the next week he came back and it had been my birthday in between. And I turned 16.
Yeah. If she had even said, then it would have been done. Gone. I would have left her there.
You're funny, Tony.
I'm serious.
You left me there.
No, I would have given you a ride home.
16-year-old in
I would-
English town.
I would have given you a ride home, but I never would have seen you
No,
again.
Tony wasn't 32.
It was 45.
No. No.
No, but seriously, that's exactly how it went, and that's how she got in the door.
I liked cars, so it was no problem. What do you mean I got in the door? Like I was trying to get in the door. What is wrong with you? All right, Tony. Philip Reed sent you a super chat. Thank you, Philip. He says, I found out a long time ago I love Harley Davidson bikes, pre-2010, but I've been a fan of the brand that is Harley.
I'm not a Harley guy. I don't own any. I think I consider myself more of a Kawasaki guy, even though I don't own any, right? Now, but in previous years, I owned a lot of cows. I'm not a Harley guy. I've never been a Harley guy. I'm a Sportster guy. I like Sportsters. I love Sportsters. And I've owned, how many Sportsters you figure I've owned?
A few.
A few? We came down here with 7. I've owned a lot of Sportsters. And I currently have 2. And I'm not going to add another one. I have 2 Sportsters and I have a Buell, Ulysses, which is Sportster based. So I'm not a Harley Davidson person. I'm not a Harley Davidson fanboy. But I do love Sportsters. And I mean, the Sportsters could be made by, I mean, a Korean company could have made the damn things, and I would love them exactly the same way. Just because I like what the bike is. I like everything about the bike. So it's not that it's even that I like them because they're Harley Davidsons. They just happen to be Harley Davidsons. So I'm not a Harley Davidson person. But I'm an American, and I'm not a biker. I'm a motorcyclist, right? So in my mind, Harley Davidson is something that needs to be defended, because it's like a huge part of American culture. You go anywhere in the world. You go to Laos, right, and you say American motorcycle, and they say Harley Davidson, right? So it's like it has to be defended. It's so intertwined with our culture and our way of life. Yeah,
Jimmy says, did you play Jersey Girl on the car radio?
no.
No? Okay. Tula Toilet says, Uncle Kathy drove for how long in Tennessee without AC?
Years.
Yeah.
Years.
Yeah, years. Kill you.
Years. When we first moved to Tennessee, she had a We had a couple of Rangers. I had a
That
90.
had air. My Ranger had air.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had a 96 four
But I had
liter
to shut it off to
five
like
speed.
actually make turns and stuff. Otherwise, I would die because there's no power.
Yeah,
There's no power in the Ranger.
right. Mine was a 4 liter 5 speed, and hers was a 4 cylinder 5 speed extended cab. That was a nice truck. It was a really nice truck, and but it was way underpowered. So the first like 3 years, 2 3 years that we were in Tennessee, those are our primary drivers. We had others, of course, but those were the ones that we drove mostly. And then when I got away from modern vehicles entirely, um, we what did we use? We used that green 73 74 73 or 74
Yeah.
Charger
Yeah.
for a daily for a
Mm-hmm.
while, and a bunch of different Mopars, and then Mrs. Landy for a lot of years
Yeah.
was our daily, our primary daily.
I
So
drove that with no AC.
yeah,
For some reason, that car is super hot because the way it's shaped, it doesn't get air to blow in through
yeah.
it with the windows down. And my glasses would fog up every time I would drive it in the heat. Let's see. Oh, you 61, Mark Sauvé. Did you say your birthday?
Happy birthday.
Uh,
Yesterday was Uncle Kathy's
what's
birthday.
wrong with having a birthday? No, not yesterday. Day before was my birthday. The 23rd was my birthday. So it's over now. Let's see. Thoughts on third generation D body pickups?
I'm not a pickup truck person.
Thank you, Rocco.
I don't really have really thoughts on them.
Mark Sauvé says thank you. It's perfect. All the August birthdays. It's your brother's birthday's coming up too.
That's right.
We should make a big deal on the channel about your brother's birthday.
We should do a special. We should do a special marathon.
James special?
Yes.
James special? We can do that.
Normal James special.
We can get all the pictures out of James. Usually he's covering his face.
I don't have any pictures of it.
We have pictures of him.
Really?
Or he's holding a beer in front of his face.
He was a power drinker back in the day. Not an alcoholic, but he was a power drinker.
See, Jimmy Lou sent your super chat.
Thank you.
I haven't seen the boomer chair since you were at the last shop. Do you still have it? I miss it.
I do. I moved it into a little area just to get it out of the way. And the way I've got the car,
What is that?
I don't know. The way I've got the cars situated, I can't really get it out conveniently, so I just stopped using it.
Thank you, TA plus Hemi. Yes, James's birthday is coming. Ice cream cake. Yeah, Fudgy the Whale for James. Yes. His birthday's on the 29th.
Is it? Yeah.
I done a cam swap last week. Timer cam on a gas coin up clothes dryer. Nice.
Wow.
Nice. Let's see. What Zonda to be says, hang on, I have to cough.
You're free to cough.
Sorry, I'm sick.
Yeah, she really
Allergies
isn't
or
feeling well.
something, yeah.
She dragged herself out of her deathbed
Uh-huh.
just to come here and be with you guys.
Okay, what Zonda to be says, I saw a really nice 89-inch Dakota, light blue, with a manual trans. Could tell was next to me in traffic. Perfect size. They are so monstrous now.
They are. I
Yeah,
know.
very big. Thank you, Eric. Yeah. Douglas Self says, I knew we were fooled 40 years ago when I saw some joker with a brand new cowboy Cadillac in Fresno during a storm. Go through a mud puddle, then get out and take the shiny to it. Shiny cloth.
I knew we were in trouble when I was like 11 years old and they tried to jam the metric system down our throats.
Metric.
That's how I knew we were in trouble.
Vodka kills any cold. I don't think it's a cold. I think it's allergies.
Yeah, it's like ragweed season here, and the
Yeah, I
grass is.
get asthma and I cough and I can't breathe.
It's been a
I
dry
feel like
summer,
crap.
and we're having an early ragweed season here now.
Winnie's in the garden.
But she's not barking, so
No,
let
but
her
she
be.
is digging up the flowers. Let's see. UTG, what's the plan with the 73 Roadrunner revival?
It's on the
Where's
back burner.
Speedway?
It's on the back burner. The
Yeah.
So the Barracuda, I wasn't
Sounds perfect.
expecting to buy the Barracuda. It just popped up, right?
Yeah.
And as it turns out, it's a gold mine of content,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because it's perfect content. It's exactly the kind of content that the average person wants to see. So it's a gold mine of that, and that pretty much put everything else kind of on the back burner. I wasn't expecting to get into that car, but luckily we did. So I have a couple of videos already. I don't want to overload the channel with it, but I've already got a couple of videos to do with that car yet. And the Roadrunner, the 73 will get up there, just not right now, just not yet.
Not yet.
No. Hey, listen,
What?
I have. I'm not. I'm going to be doing this channel for as long as YouTube lets me do this channel. So it's like
Right.
I'm not in any rush to get these
You're not
things.
in a rush.
I'm not in any rush.
But there's viewers that want to see it.
I know that. I know that. And there's other stuff
It
they can
means
watch while they're waiting for it.
No.
So basically, I'm banking content into the future.
Oh my goodness. Gold mine of content equals pile of shit. Laugh out loud.
6 of one and a half a dozen of the other.
Yeah, that's pretty much how that works. Let's see, what is the best way? Hang on. Oh wow, it's jumping a lot. What's the best way to find optimal total timing on a 505 BBM stroker?
Best way to find optimal timing. So you're more sophisticated than a stock engine that you're just going to run up a hill and listen for it to ping. So you're talking about like for a race engine. We want to treat it like a race engine. And your best bet there would be start at 34 degrees and then start looking at plugs, any signs of detonation. That's a tough question. That's a tough question because there's no direct formula for it, if that makes any sense. It's not like it's a sloppy regular production engine. You say, well, I'll run it up a hill and see if it pings, and then advance in time, advance in retard like that. If you're dealing with a higher compression engine, a performance engine, you don't want to treat it like that. There's no formulaic way to find optimum timing on that.
You have a super chat. I'm going to read it right after this.
But you're going to find it between 34 and 36
Still
degrees.
talking. Sorry,
Go ahead,
we're
I'm
just
sorry.
done. I thought you were done. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm going to read the super chat right after I read this. We can watch Jamie while we wait. You
Yes.
see that? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And Nick Bree says, can't wait for the headliner install.
Oh, that's not going to happen.
I think he's making fun of you, Tony.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Okay, so Michael Edwards sent you a super chat.
Thank you, Michael.
Tony, I currently have a 650. Oh, hang on, where'd it go? A 650 CFM Holley spread bore carburetor on my 402 for my 70 Chevelle.
Okay.
If I install a 750/800 CFM carb, will there be a noticeable difference, you think?
Yes. But not. So, all right, so you got a spread bore carburetor. So you will notice that it'll be, so if you're going to go from a spread bore to a square bore, right? So let's just say you're going from that 650 spread bore to an 800 square bore. You will probably notice it's not as snappy at small throttle openings. So you're gonna give up a little bit there, because the whole thing with a spread bore carburetor is those tiny primaries, or the smaller primaries, create a greater velocity. So it's it's snappier. It'll be snappier. It'll be more efficient at lower RPM. Power-wise, you're not going to see a difference anything under, let's say, going from like a 650 to an 800, and the 800 is like the right size carburetor for that. But you're not really going to see a power difference until you're over like 5,000 RPM. Like up to that point, you're not going to see anything. The higher up the RPM scale you go, the bigger difference is going to be in that in the carburetor sizing.
The detailed donkey says, Uncle Tony, thanks for stopping by the shop.
Logan, yes. So that's Logan. He has a shop called the Detail Donkey, but he's also got a YouTube channel that he's just trying to get going. And so the thing about, okay, so I texted him. I was texting him today, this morning. We do videos on okay, so like I get labeled boomer, right? Stuff like that. I'm always getting comments. I'm always seeing comments about how the kids today have no ambition, they have no balls, they have no drive, they don't want to do anything, they want to play video games. Okay, and
Well, some of that is true.
some of that is true, okay? But we had useless freaking kids 50 years ago, 60 years ago that sat in the house and watched Popeye and ate like, toaster strudels, right?
Not as many.
But listen to me, right? The thing
Not
is,
as many.
I find that I'm not surrounded by, but just in my small area here, I have kids. Like everybody's a kid to me, right? But I have kids that are in their late teens and their early 20s that are really doing things. Now I don't know how old Logan is. He's probably I'm gonna guess like he's like 23 to 25, like that. But this kid started his own detailing business, and he's got like 6 or 7 people working for him now. He's got a nice storefront operation, and it's like the kids are all right. What?
Where's his shop? Where's his place?
Right by right on Middle Tennessee.
Okay.
Right on Middle Tennessee. So I told him, I says, oh, I want to help you get your YouTube channel going. He just started posting videos. Guys, go over there. The Detailed Donkey.
The detail fund.
Yeah, the Detailed Donkey. Go over there, give him a sub, and I'm going to talk to him tomorrow about.
So what did you do? You walked in there and you're like, hey, I'm a big YouTuber.
No.
Isn't that what you do all the time?
No. I was at a bike night at A&B Power Sports, and there was there's a girl that I keep seeing in the area on a Sportster that has like cat ears on her helmet, and it turns out that's this guy Logan's girlfriend.
Okay.
So I was walking past, and I says, I see you all over the town over here. And we talked for a couple of minutes, and she says, my boyfriend has a place called the Detail Donkey. I says, well, I have a gold wing that I need detailed because I just think like miles of stuff I don't want to touch, right? So then I met Logan the other day, and I'm going to bring the gold wing to have detailed.
Nice.
And he showed me his YouTube channel and some of the stuff that he's working on and everything. I was very impressed. So I want to help him get that channel going. And then I have this other group over here of kids, right? Caden is like 18, I think he is. And his crowd, he's got like there's probably, I don't know, half a dozen guys that hang out. They all have Sportsters, okay? And they're all stunt riders. Like, I mean, and Caden is like legitimately is a professional stunt rider. He gets paid to put on shows all in the area over here. And he throws a 500, he's a skinny kid, right? Skinny 18-year-old kid. And he throws around this 500-pound Sportster like it's a Nerf ball, like it's nothing, right? So I'm surrounded by younger people who are doing phenomenal things. And I want my viewers to see this. And I know I have a lot of guys, I have a lot of younger guys that watch this channel too. Not a big population of most of the people who, most of our demographic is older, but we do have a lot of younger guys that are trying to cut their teeth, and they're like, what do I do? I have no inspiration. I have nobody to guide me or anything like that. Well, there's plenty of examples of young guys who are really doing it, so I want to try to do some more focus on this channel with younger people who are doing the things that everybody says they don't do anymore.
We have a super chat from Nicholas Lebedev.
Yes, Nick, thank
I
you.
think I said your name wrong. He says Metric and Harris 2024. That's what he said.
What did he say?
Metric and Harris 2024.
Metric and Harris?
Metric, like the metric system,
Oh,
and Harris.
yeah, no.
2024.
They tried to jam that stuff down our throat. They're like, you have to learn meters. And I was like, didn't we won that war? We bombed you people into submission. Why the hell am I going to learn how to do meters? So, that was 1972.
Raining Slant 6 with a chance accountable says, happy belated birthday, thank you. Have you heard anything about a rumor that one of Walter P. Chrysler's grandsons or... Wait, your message is cut off. Why is his messages always cut off? Walter P. Chrysler, where did he go? Ah. For some reason, I think maybe because his name is so long, his messages get cut off. And now I can't read the rest of it. I'm sorry. It's like gone. Weird. Okay, Walter P. Chrysler's grandsons voiced interest in saving
The
something company again.
I haven't heard anything about that.
No?
No.
George Nemec sent you a super chat.
Thank you, George.
Thank you for the advice, Uncle Tony. Much appreciated. Tony's the big man on campus. Are you? Are you the big man on campus, Tony?
No, I do want to give some of these younger guys exposure because they deserve it.
Okay.
They deserve it. It's gotta suck.
I don't know. You kind of have to pay your dues.
You do.
So I don't really think that okay, just because you opened a store, like
Opening a store is paying your dues.
no.
Learning the
Yes
skills,
and
putting
no.
yourself out there, and taking the
I'm
risk.
not saying anything bad about anybody opening a store. I'm just saying, like, I know that I have to really pay my dues before anything. Like, years and years and years of, working,
Me too.
right?
I toiled
Right?
away in obscurity for most of, a good portion of my life.
Nicholas says you're great. Cheers from Belgium.
Thank you, Nick.
People from all over the world, honey.
I know. We're international.
They use the metric system in Belgium. I also did a report on Belgium.
We won the war, though.
Do you know that Belgium has some beautiful architecture?
Yes.
Yeah. I did that report in the 6th grade.
There's beautiful architecture all over the world.
Belgium particularly. Have you ever really looked into it?
I know they have very exotic and fancy waffles.
We were going to go to Belgium once, remember, for breakfast?
Yeah,
and
there
we
was
went
an
to the airport,
Yeah,
and then you were like, nah. I was like, no, let's go.
it was like a $40 flight to Belgium.
We should have gone.
That was 40 years ago.
Yeah, I know. Eric Swinson says, standard measurements in Trump 2024 cubic inches and CFM for life. Okay. Nicholas says we have beers. He has beers there.
We have beers here.
Well, not the same. Not the same. Belgian beers?
Well, I don't mean the piss water like Budweiser. I mean, like, we have...
Yeah, that's what we're known for.
Yeah. Yeah, that
If you
is what
think
we're known
about it,
for.
we're not known for good beer.
No.
That's it. All of our good beer is imported beer.
Yes, that's all I ever drank.
Right. You need to brew some mead again while
I was the worst beer snob you could ever imagine. It was bad.
Did I show Tony the pics I sent you on Messenger? Did I show you pictures on Messenger? Messenger? What did you send me? Hang on. No, I don't know. I don't know. I got a bunch of... I haven't been on Facebook because I had to answer all my birthday messages. So, hang on. I'm looking. Joel? Tap to see the post? Is it? No, it's a border color thing. Let's see.
All right, come on, we got...
I don't know.
Babe, you're holding up the
I don't
world here.
know. I'm not holding it up. I'm looking for the photos. Oh. First T-top diplomat from Brian Metzler. Like, how long ago? Because I don't. You know what? I probably, because I got so many birthday messages, I don't see it. Because I'm kind of popular. So a lot of people said happy birthday to me. You can send it again. Jimmy Luce sent you a super chat.
Thank you.
Do you think auto shop classes in high school have disappeared because cars today are too complicated to work on?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, they started disappearing long before the cars got complicated. Um, the system doesn't want people working on stuff. They want everything disposable, including the vehicles. The schools are part of the system. And so auto shop classes started disappearing back in the 80s. Um, but today, yeah, it's pointless. They're far too complicated. Um, like a kid, a high school kid who wanted to start working on modern cars would have to invest way more. Like when I was a kid, I wanted to work on cars, and it was easy to get enough tools together to put into a little metal box. You could literally work on almost anything you came across in the 70s with just a box, with basic wrenches and basic, tools. And today, a 16, 17-year-old kid would have to invest thousands of dollars in test equipment that becomes obsoleted over very short periods of time. It's not realistic. It's not realistic.
No?
No.
Let's see. Oprah Man says, I have already been seeing about 3 of those horrible electric trucks here in Branson, overpriced trash cans.
Oh, the cyber trucks. There's a bunch of them out here.
Cyber trucks? Oh, yeah, they're ugly. I don't know why anybody would buy one. No, I didn't see it. Here, you can look at the photos.
What am I looking at photos for? I don't have glasses on. I can't see anything.
Take my glass.
Ah, jeez.
Here, look at the photos.
Oh, they went away. Oh, wait. Yeah. All right, Brian Metzler?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. What did Brian send? Oh, okay, wow. That's it's a LeBaron with T-tops. Very cool. That Hearst Equipped emblem on the back is original?
I see.
I don't know how well this is going to show. Can you see?
Hang on. Get out, focus it. Hang on. Can you guys see that? Is that clear? I don't know because I don't have my glasses on. I don't know if it's clear or not. Everything looks blurry to me right now. Oh, okay, yeah, it's clear. Yeah, those are the photos. Very cool. Nice.
Oh, sweetheart.
Okay.
Did they kiss? Give me a kiss. Thank you. I love you.
9 out of 5 77 Dodge Diplomats first T-top cars. There you go.
Well, now I can say that I've seen one.
Yeah. Tony, what did you get for the Swinger? I missed that one.
4,600.
Runs and it's clean. Let's see.
Now that car with a 4-speed would be really cool. Because they'd put 4 speeds in those.
They're talking to each other. Oh, wow.
We had one, didn't we?
I don't know. No.
The green one we got off the old guy.
I tell you, just looking at the dogs. What's your favorite memory from your Fox Body Mustang days? What's your favorite memory?
Um, Out driving Steve Collison in his own car
That's your favorite
and
memory?
breaking my thumb in the process. Yes, that's my favorite memory.
You don't have any others? That's it?
Well, he asked what my favorite memory was.
Oh, right. Well,
That's
what's your
from my
second
Fox
favorite?
Body days. That's what I remember. That's my favorite memory
Yeah,
from
but
my
you
Fox
weren't
Body
driving
days.
that car.
I,
Do you have a
I
favorite
outdrove
one?
him in his own car.
I know, but do you have a favorite one driving your car?
Oh, I mean, I guess, but he asked me what my favorite memory of
Oh
my
my
Fox Body
goodness.
Mustang days was.
I know,
So
but
I
you
said,
asked
I
me.
told him what my favorite memory was.
I'm asking you a different question.
Oh, of our car?
Yeah,
Uh, any one in particular?
sure.
Um, I would say when we ran those 1343s, but I was kind of mad about that at the same time.
Yeah. Why were
Um,
you mad?
what's that?
Why were you mad?
Because I knew that Billy Meyer was buying out the IHRA, and then that class wasn't going to exist anymore.
Oh, okay.
So that kind of tempered that. Um, I don't know. Nothing really stands out in particular. But when I look back at my Fox Body Mustang days, that would be the time that I remember the most.
Okay.
There was the most satisfaction out of
Yeah.
the whole deal. That was mean. So Steve Collison was the editor of Superstock and Drag Illustrated, and we had a little bit of a rivalry. So I had my black 5-liter 5-speed, and he had a black 5-liter 5-speed, and his car was called Mean Mr. Mustang, and it was a factory backed car. I bought my car from the dealership. I paid regular, just like anybody else would, and he got his car for $1 from Ford, and he got all of the help from the Ford SVO people. So whatever products they made, they would send it to him. So his car had every gizmo under the sun, and I was running right with him. Right, he ran like 1360s, I ran 1360s. He ran 1350s, I ran 1350s, and then we were at ATCO one day, and I watched him make a pass in his car. Right, I was standing up on the side of the starting line. And so I walked back up to him in the pits. I says, if you knew how to drive that thing, you'd go a lot faster. And he was like, go ahead, bud, you show me. So he used to call me bud. He'd go, bud, like that. Because, but that's a Southern California way of saying asshole, right? So he'd go, go ahead, bud, you show me. So I got in his car, and I did. I showed him. And whatever he had run, I forget what his best lap ever on the car was. Let's just say it was like a 1355. I ran like a 1352 with it. So, but like the level of satisfaction was just off the chain. But I did break my thumb on that run. I ran that with 2 tires in the grass for a portion of the run, because my car had the long shifter, the stock long shifter, and he had the short Hurst shifter, and I wasn't used to shifting that. So I pulled first to second, and that was all good. But when I went second to third, I was shifting it like it was my car, and my hand rolled off the top of the ball, and my thumb broke against the dashboard. So I hit third gear, and my thumb was like all bent back like this. And I was paying attention to my thumb instead of the run, and I put 2 tires off into the grass, then steered back and drove it through the lights, and I ran the better ET than he did. So that's my favorite Fox. That's my favorite Fox Body memory. And I still have the arthritis. I still have arthritis in this thumb from that incident. Babe,
What?
what are you doing?
Dr. Org sent us a picture.
Oh, Dr. Art is sending pictures. Oh, give me that. Dr. Art,
Show the phone number.
where's the phone number? Can't see the phone number.
Okay.
Dr. Art from Dr. Art's Hot Rod Reunion is now a grandfather. Well, congratulations, Dr. Art and
She's
Erica.
So beautiful. So beautiful. That's Eugenia Gale.
Nice,
Beautiful.
nice. Congratulations, guys.
It's just a note. Arthritis doesn't go away.
Oh, God, I have more arthritis. You wouldn't believe it.
Dr. Art sure looks like a young grandfather there. Yeah? I don't know. It's tone as it
Well, that wasn't a
says.
picture of Dr. Art. That was a picture
No.
of the kid.
The baby. That's
Yes.
the baby. What's wrong with you people? It's the baby.
Yeah.
Yes, congratulations. How old are you, Uncle?
Who, me?
Yeah, yeah.
62. Going on 14.
What's your favorite front-wheel drive car?
I can't think of one off the top of my head.
No. Zero says I became a grandpa at 49.
Wow.
No, that's pretty young.
It's really young.
Your parents were young too. We had our kids young. Your parents were in their 40s when they became grandparents.
Oh, yeah, actually,
Yeah.
come to think of it. Yeah.
Your mom was like 44 and your father was like 46. So younger than you, Zero. Yeah, we had our kids pretty young. A lot of good stories and arthritis, an inevitable combination.
It's the truth.
So does this mean UTG is now the Godfather? I don't think so.
Is that on the what?
Are you now the Godfather? I don't think so. I don't think he asked
No,
you to be the Godfather.
I don't think so.
The Proxen gave you an ulcer. I'm sorry, Steve. Zero says, I have a grandson, so my last name will live on. Della Torre. Awesome. What was that? He keeps making noises. Are you even an uncle? Or are you just a grandpa? No, he's an uncle.
Yes.
But they live in Jersey. They're James's kids. And they're in New Jersey.
I'm a generic uncle.
Yeah. Uncle, say hi, Malaysia.
Malaysia tonight now.
Yes,
What,
I
we've
know.
had Russia, Belgium, now Malaysia,
France. Don't forget
France. There's always
Canada.
Canadistan,
Yeah.
always Mexico being represented. Man, international night tonight.
Zio Tony, yeah. Oh, funny. New Zealand, Barracuda.
That's right.
Torino Elite is in England.
Look at this.
We're sorry, England. England's having a rough time.
Did you
I
ever
have
think?
a lot of English friends on my Facebook.
Did you
I
ever
know.
think you'd see the day we'd be sitting in our backyard talking to people from all of these different parts of the world?
No.
No, right?
No. Yeah, awesome international crowd, Zero says. Do we have all the continents covered? I don't know. I don't think so. Missouri, good. California,
So the continent of Missouri is covered, yes.
New Hampshire. I said Canada, Chuck Norris. Don't relax. Thank you, Uncle, for say hi to Malaysia. Tony and Kathy are international YouTube stars. False. I don't think so. Massachusetts. How's those mosquitoes you got there? You guys okay?
Oh yeah.
Are you guys
So
alright?
so the thing that's
Are we
going
allowed
on.
to talk about this? We're on YouTube. Are we allowed to
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about
we can
this?
talk about this. So this is important if you guys are up there in Massachusetts. Now I am not a fearmonger, okay? I'm going on record that the whole like, you know, the last thing that we had, you know, the health crisis from 4 years ago. I'm on record as calling that a scam from the minute it started, okay?
Motown is here.
What's that?
I'm just saying
Yeah.
Motown is here.
I'm on record. That was a scam from the very minute it started. And I even talked about it on this channel, on a live, before
Yeah.
the lockdowns even started. That's besides the point.
Uh-huh.
The thing that's
The
happening in
thing, your
Massachusetts.
case says the thing.
the thing that happened in Massachusetts, happening in Massachusetts right now. So they've got an outbreak of encephalitis that's mosquito borne. And so Steve Magnanti last year got encephalitis. He's from Massachusetts. And
Mm-hmm.
he ended up had encephalitis. So it's no joke. If you're in that area, right, and you know that general region, stock up on some off, or you know what I mean. Like, be careful because I know that's not a scam. That got Steve.
Mm.
So yeah, be careful.
Yeah, I know. Can I stop hoarding toilet paper?
No, no, keep hoarding it. Keep hoarding it.
Do you remember that?
Yes,
Oh my god.
that was a warning.
Oh,
That,
it was
that was
horrible.
that was a warning.
I might not want to operate heavy equipment tonight. Why? I'm sick, but I haven't taken any medicine. Yes, mosquitoes suck. Alan says too dry here for mosquitoes. Is it? I don't know. See, I hope Mr. Magnanti finds something safer to do than crawl around in junkyards.
His life is different. I don't think he really has to worry about it very much, really anymore. I think he's okay now.
Never off, always cutters, Wayne Buzzle says.
Whatever you use.
Whatever you use.
If you're in the
Use it.
New England area, right, mosquito protection.
Paul says we have a local warning to not stay outside after 6 p.m. That's what I read. That's what I read.
Yeah, yeah. If you're in that area, definitely. Yeah, it says it got Steve. So.
Oh. We don't know if it's the same exact thing.
Well,
But we know
he's
that
in
he
Massachusetts
had,
and he had
Yeah,
encephalitis.
he did have encephalitis. What time is it now in our country? What time is it?
I have no idea.
It is 8:43 p.m.
Wow.
Yep, almost time to go. Get a flamethrower, yeah. Yep. Zero says West Nile always wondered, like, did the East Nile folks start this? The blame?
Yep.
Probably. Paul says, I'm in the middle of it. Oh, that sucks, Paul.
Yeah.
That really sucks. Imagine you're not able to go out and get a mosquito bite, but like the dogs take medicine for that.
It doesn't affect everybody, every species the same.
Because, no, I know, but the dogs take medicine so that they don't get bitten by mosquitoes that carry
Heartworm.
certain things. Heartworm, yeah.
Yeah.
They take, I think, ivermectin.
Yeah,
for
see,
that.
we don't get heartworm, but we do get encephalitis.
Right. Also, that's they're talking to each other. Tony really explains things proper, even social issues. That's why he's Uncle Tony. Jimmy Hat says.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Sometimes I feel that I'm, you know, when I do that type of video. First of all, I feel it's my responsibility to do that kind of video. It's just my responsibility. If I've got a forum like this and I'm aware of something, I feel I have to say something, right? So I do, right? And sometimes I feel like I babble a little bit because when we do that kind of video, like for instance the one we did on the Harley Davidson deal yesterday, day before yesterday, and some of the stuff that's going on with China and BYD and Chrysler and all of that, I feel like I'm not very concise. I'm kind of all over the map with it. But the reason for that is there is so much, okay? So, like when you talk about these situations that are happening now, right? They're so big, they're so intertwined. Like, you have to generalize, and when you generalize, it's hard to really make points. Because, like, for instance, you do something about China, right? You say, oh, China's doing this, China's doing that, China's doing the other thing. But it's not China doing it. It's actually the people, the economic interests, and the banking that's above, that's not part of the government, the same way it's not the, it's a global corporatocracy, but that's far too vague. It's
Huh?
it's it's it's.
What?
I can explain it to you.
What are you trying to say?
That those videos are hard to do.
Yeah.
I feel it's a I have a responsibility to do them,
Mm-hmm.
but I can only say so much. I can only say so much without getting booted off of YouTube or getting shadow banned, or bringing attention to us that we really don't need that kind of attention on us on the channel. So things are kind of vague, and I have to leave out a lot of stuff. And also, there's a lot of things that are overly controversial.
But
That
there aren't any automotive channels that are saying the same things. It's like you're the only person that's mentioning it.
I know, and I think that that's
It's kind of
absolutely.
crazy.
I think it's insane. I think it's insane. How you can
It's
have
just pretending like
just pretend.
everything's
Oh yeah,
normal.
nothing's wrong. It's all
Yeah,
right.
there's
You
no
know.
problem.
Yeah, let's just get this thing running, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, you've got a society. You've got an economy that's in free fall. You've got a society that's imploding around you, right? And you just ignore it. You know, how
I
do you
think it's
do that?
weird. Like I feel uncomfortable. It makes me uncomfortable. Because like I mean, are you that unaware of everything that's going on around you as far as mechanical things go, as far as the automotive industry goes, as far as parts go? It's like what you do. Like so you're just gonna completely
Ignore it.
pretend it doesn't
Just
exist.
pretend it doesn't exist.
And it's like 1985.
Right.
It's not.
No. No.
It's crazy.
So, but with those videos are hard to do, and you know, one of the problems is, so 30 years ago when I started going down the rabbit holes, okay, and back then, okay, so like you take a concept like the deep state, all right. So back then, you'd say things about the deep state, and people would look at you like you're out of your mind. Like there's no such thing. That's ridiculous. How could there be a deep state? How could there be a government beyond the government that we know, that we elect, right? And now, well, it's just obvious and like common, and everybody knows. Yes, there's a deep state. Most people choose to ignore the implications of that and just go about their lives. You know, I guess their best position is to keep their head in the sand. I think that's to their own detriment. But things that were conspiracy, that were considered to be outlandish and conspiratorial 25, 30 years ago, are now just common knowledge. It's just common knowledge, you know. Even things like the Federal Reserve and all that other stuff, right? I don't want to go too far into that.
Mm.
But we're still at that point, because like it's like an onion of fact. It's like an onion of truth, right? And the more you peel away, the more there is to peel away. And I have to be careful not to cross lines into what would be considered outlandish right now. The same way 30 years ago, I was talking about things that seemed outlandish back then but are common knowledge now. Well, there are things going on that I can see that are obvious to me, that if I talked about it would appear to be outlandish. It'll take another 3 or 4 years before it's common knowledge and everybody. You know, the difference between a conspiracy and the truth is, it used to be the difference between conspiracy and fact was like 20 years. And now the difference between conspiracy and fact is down to like a 2 or 3 year window. You know what I mean? So I have to be careful not to go too far yet.
Yeah, no. Because do you think that I feel like it's an age thing? Like because we've seen so many changes, we can see things much more clearly than maybe a younger person can? Or like they're looking at things differently and they see it in a different way and they don't find it as alarming, even though it is alarming.
Well, see, that's the thing,
I
right?
think that a lot has to do with our generation.
If you took, let's say, a 40-year-old person, okay,
Hmm.
from 1970, right? So if somebody was 40 years old in 1970, and you put them in a time machine, and you brought them to today,
Hmm.
they they would be completely baffled. They would be lost.
Yeah.
There's no way that they could comprehend that the world has become what it is, that
Right.
society has become what it is, that conversation has become what it is, that entertainment has become what it is, that there's no way
Entertainment, yeah, right.
they couldn't even possibly conceive of it.
Yeah.
They'd be like, send me home right now. I don't like what you got going
That's a
on here.
boomer laugh out loud, yeah. Right.
So people who were in their 30s and 40s today came up in this, right? And the change really started 1971. So the period between 1971 and 1973, 74, 75 is when the era that we're in right now began, right? So if you were born into this era, this stuff seems normal to you. Everything kind of seems normal because like that, the frog in the boiling water. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, it's comfortable and cozy in here, and the next thing you know, you're soup, right? So that's what's that's the perspective difference between, let's say, somebody like me and somebody from who's like 20 years younger.
20 years younger than you?
Yeah.
I grew up around a lot of old people.
As did I.
Very much influenced by World War II people.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I was a kid growing up in the 60s and the 70s, I was always surrounded by, and even when I was a teenager, I was always the youngest person in the crowd.
Yeah.
So like when I was like 15, 16, everybody I was hanging around with was 18, 19, 20, early 20s, like that. When I was in my 20s, the people I was hanging out with were in their 30s and stuff. And now it's the exact opposite. Now I'm in my 60s, and most of the people that I talk to and most of the people that I relate with are in their 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Just those videos are hard to do, but things are happening right now in the world that are just like, I feel that I've got to, it's my responsibility to try to wake up as many people as possible without becoming overbearing and without that becoming the mission of the channel or anything like that, right? Yeah. It's just a, hey, while we're talking about all of this car thing, take a look at,
because car things are affected.
Yes, it affects.
Parts are affected.
Well, see,
industry is affected. Jobs are affected. People are affected.
Right. So today, on my way back or on my way to the shop this afternoon, right, I says, okay, I need to pick up some seafoam because I want to throw some seafoam in the gold ring. It's got a little bit of a flat spot, and before I start pulling the carburetors apart, I want to see if the seafoam will help. I'm gonna give it a shot. It worked on my Suzuki, which I don't have anymore, but I want to try it on a gold wing. So I went and I picked up a small bottle of Seafoam and a thing of brake clean. Okay, this is at O'Reilly's. 1 can of brake clean because I needed to clean the intake manifold before I painted it for the Barracuda. $17.
It's ridiculous.
$17. A little thing of Seafoam.
And where is it made?
Anything.
$17.
Who cares where it's made? The point is.
The whole point of NAFTA and shipping all those jobs out of the country.
Oh, we're way past that.
Oh, I know we're way past that. Was to make everything so cheap for Americans.
But the thing is.
Remember that NAFTA? That was great.
The thing is, and this is where the real detachment comes, right? So if you're doing an automotive YouTube channel, okay, and you're saying, yeah, you can do this on a budget, you can do this cheap, you can do this easy, you can do this, you're making it look easy, you're making it look simple and attainable. But even the simplest things are becoming more and more unattainable.
Yep.
Right?
Like groceries.
Groceries, everything, right?
Everything.
So yeah, we can provide the illusion of making this stuff easy and affordable and cheap, but it's not. Right. $17 for a thing of seafoam and a can of brake clean is absurd. It's absurd. How is somebody who makes, let's say, $20 an hour, $22, $25 an hour, right, and just trying to get through life, right? How do they justify spending that on disposable, silly items?
It's not even really a necessity.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the times are changing, and I feel that it's our responsibility to try to help people understand why they're changing and where it's going. And
I don't think we need all this stuff.
I'm not a doomer, right? See, that's the other thing too. I get accused of being a doomer often, right?
Mm.
And I'm the exact opposite of a doomer, right?
You're not Gen X.
Gen X.
They're doomers, kind of. A little bit, because they grew up watching all of this stuff. You know.
Yeah, but I'm not a doomer. I'm optimistic because I think, no, I don't think I know. Okay, that things are off the rails. It should be clear to everybody at this point that things are off the rails, right? Um, the normies are starting to catch on. The normies are starting to get it. Okay, and we're past a point economically of no return. There's no question about it. And I'm not talking about what groceries are costing. I'm
Mm.
talking about institutional money. I'm talking about banks. I'm talking about liquidity on a global scale, right? Things are happening right now in proportions that have never, ever, ever, ever happened before, and there is no return. There is no going backwards. Okay, and then you've got cities like San Francisco, Los Angeles, New York, right, that are in free fall, literally free fall. When half and more of the storefronts in a city are empty, okay, you see what I'm saying? There's no reason for them to ever come back. So we're in an economic free fall situation right now. Shush.
OHV V8 says I paid $28 for 2 quarts of synthetic ATF
Yes,
from
thank you.
$300 at the grocery store today.
Thank you. Right.
You know.
So, so to do YouTube automotive channels, like just everything is normal here. Let's fix this. You almost have to be independently wealthy to do like a simple revival anymore. It's insane. Okay, forgetting about the quality of the parts
Mm-hmm.
or the availability of the parts.
Right.
So that's why I try to bring this stuff into the channel to try to make people a little more aware. I don't want to tell you what to think. I just want to tell you to think. I'm not going to tell you where to look. I'm just going to tell you look in this direction and be ready
You know what would
because
be
it's
good?
happening.
Good videos would be like, instead of seafoam, like, what did they use, like, way back when? You know, like, what
Well,
were
they would have
the,
used naphtha or something like that. So I could have gone to,
what's cheap? Like, what is a cheap alternative that you could make yourself instead of using these
yes,
products? Like,
yes.
those would be good videos. That might be interesting.
Well, okay, what in this situation it's a matter of laziness. I don't have the time or the inclination to strip that friggin' bike, that monstrosity of a bike,
Mm-hmm.
to dig in and get the carburetors.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be a simple fix, but it's very complicated getting to them. So I'm just pulling and crossing my fingers and hoping that this saves me the time of having to do that.
Mm.
So I'm just, but that's besides the point. Things are happening right now, and they're happening fast. And I in one aspect I am a doomer in that this society is done. Okay, there is no going back to what was normal, and the vast majority of the population is screwed. Period. The end. The people who are the most screwed are the ones who don't, who just completely refuse to acknowledge things that are happening. Um, but
I think people that are very dependent on,
well, the point of the system is to make
yeah,
everybody
make people
dependent,
dependent.
and they've done that. Everybody is dependent,
Not
and
everybody.
oh please, more than half the country is on food
I
stamps.
know that. That's scary.
Okay.
That's scary.
Yes. Right. Um,
It's awful.
so, but, right, for our segment of the population, us,
Mm-hmm.
okay, gearheads, the thing that we all have in common, everybody watching this channel right now, the thing that we all have in common is that we're action oriented. We will work on machinery. We understand machinery. See, machinery runs the world, everything, no matter what happens. Winnie, shush. No matter what happens, things are going to have to get from A to B. People are still going to have to get to where they're going to go. Like things need to keep moving, okay? And we're the people who will keep those things moving. So, like for instance, for the last 50 years, right?
Yeah.
Um, being a blue collar worker, working with your hands, being a mechanic, was frowned upon. I remember when I was a kid, right? I was like literally the black sheep of my family because I worked on cars. God forbid. The rest of my
God forbid
family,
you're dirty.
what's
Like,
that?
God forbid you're dirty in
God forbid
today's
you were dirty,
society.
right?
It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
right. I grew up in I grew up in New York City. Okay, everybody around me aspired to be a stockbroker, right? Everybody went to school for this, went to school for that. Everybody was like, got to be clean, got to be clean. I was like the black sheep of my
It
family
was the
because
dress for success era.
dressed for success.
Yeah.
I dressed to climb under cars. This is
Mm-hmm.
the way I still do today, right? So that's been the norm for the last 50 years or so. So if you go back 100 years ago, it was very honorable to be of somebody who worked on things, who made things, who kept stuff going, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then after that turn, around 1970, 71, 72, 73, it became frowned upon. It's like, oh no, you're the scum of the earth, right? You know, we're the scum of the earth. As this evolves, as this new paradigm rolls out, we're going to the top of the food chain. Have no doubt about it. If you're mechanically inclined, if you've got tools, if you're willing to actually climb in and work on stuff, diagnose things, if you're willing to do that kind of stuff, you have nothing to worry about. Like nothing. Your 401k may vaporize. The banks may seize up. You may lose this. You may lose that. You have nothing to worry about because you got the tools. You have some basic mechanical ability. You will own the world. It's coming to you. So I'm not a doomer. I talk about this stuff just trying to get people aware. And when you become aware and you see what's going on, you'll start to realize you're not like the normies. Even if you are kind of normie and you think I'm nuts, what I'm talking about right now, that's fine. You feel free to think I'm nuts. You'll see what's going on and you'll put it together in your own head at your own pace. If you're one of us, you're okay.
All right. Well,
Did I make sense or was I rambling?
we're rambling a little bit. It's okay.
Did any of you guys get it?
Yeah,
Did that make sense to anybody?
Tony is nuts, but he's my kind of nuts. We'll work for food. Yeah, that's a good idea. Should probably work.
Who
for
rules
food.
Bartertown?
Oh. All right. So we're done now tonight.
Are we?
Yep, we're 2 hours in.
Okay.
You got everything out, Tony?
I probably not.
Probably not. Well, you're the only mechanic that's saying anything. So
I wish
you're
the
the only
others.
car channel that's saying anything that I know about.
I wish some of the other more popular automotive YouTube channels would at least acknowledge that things are not normal.
I don't know. That would burst their bubble.
That would.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right.
It's okay.
So-
All right. We done?
I don't know. Are we done?
Yeah, we're
you're,
done.
You're in control over
I'm sick and I'm gonna go lay down.
there. Okay. And I'm all talked out.
Are you talked down?
I am talked out.
Yes. I know. No more 3-hour lives. No.
No.
Uh-uh.
All right. So, everybody contributed super chat. Thank you so much. Always appreciated. Never expected, but always appreciated. Everybody your presence and your conversation. Thank you equally. We're eternally grateful for you guys because we wouldn't be able to do this without you. Our awesome mods, Zero, Mexican Spec, Fubar. I don't think Ari was around tonight. Guys, thank you as always. Keeping things running smoothly. Congratulations, Dr. Art. Dr. Art's Hot Rod Rehab. He's a brand new grandpa. Tomorrow night, he goes, I don't know if he's going to do the show tomorrow night, but usually he goes 7 o'clock Central Time. He does a live, and then he's will be Wednesday night.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie.
When he read the poem, did he say that he wrote it?
Dead Dodge Garage. If you still want to hang out, go over to Dead Dodge Garage. Jamie thinks I'm nuts. Jamie thinks I'm nuts. We talked about this stuff a little bit. He's like,
thinks you're
you're crazy.
Yeah.
It's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, if you still want to go hang out, go over to Dead Dodge Garage and go bust his chops for a while. He'll be on for at least another hour. And I think that's it. I can't think of anything else.
Is that it?
Make this stop.
All right. Good night,
Make this stop.
everybody.
Good night,
Thank you
everybody.
very much.